What if I told you that everything you think you know about being safe with your money is wrong? That your dream of buying a house or just retiring without stress is literally dying a slow death inside your savings account. Most people are hoarding cash thinking it's smart, but I'm going to show you why your current financial goals are mathematically, well, just too small to survive what's coming. Let's get right into it.
You know, we've all heard the story our parents and grandparents told us. Save a little bit every month, stick it in the bank, and after 40 years, boom, you're all set for retirement. But what if that whole idea isn't just a little outdated? What if it's a mathematical trap designed to keep you from ever really being free?
So I want you to really honestly ask yourself that question. Is that money you worked so hard for, that you sacrificed for, is it actively losing value right now as we speak? The answer, unfortunately, is a huge yes. But look, don't panic. There is a way out. And in this explainer, I'm going to walk you through the SkillBridge framework to stop this financial bleeding and actually start building real lasting wealth.
Okay, now let's get into the hard numbers. This is the stuff that paints a very, very different picture than the one you might be used to. This is where that cozy, comfortable idea of saving your money just completely falls apart when it slams into the brick wall of reality. And that reality is called inflation.
So you've got this 10,000 CDs, right? And it's just sitting there in a bank account. I call this dead capital. It's not doing anything for you. It's not growing. It's not working. It's basically a sitting duck, and there's an invisible thief just plucking feathers from it every single day.
I mean, this slide says it all, doesn't it? Think back to 2004. With 100 CDs, you could buy a pretty decent cart full of groceries for your family in Accra. Now, what does that same 100 CDs get you today? A few basic items, if you're lucky. Your money is losing its power to buy things, and it's happening faster than you think.
And here's the absolute gut punch. This is the brutal truth. You could do everything right, save 500 CDs every single month without fail, and you'd wake up at retirement a millionaire. But guess what? That million CDs will only buy what 170,000 CDs buys today. It's a cruel, cruel trap.
This is the question that should honestly keep you up at night. If things feel tight for you right now on, say, $2,000 a month, how in the world are you going to survive on what will feel like $800 a month when you're 67? You don't need a calculator to see that the math just doesn't work.
So here's the mindset shift. We have to stop thinking of inflation as some vague economic thing that just happens to us. Let's reframe it. Inflation is a tax. It's a silent tax on the decision to stay comfortable and not learn new skills. It's a powerful kick in the pants to go invest in the one thing that truly matters, you. Okay, so if saving is a trap, what's the alternative? We've talked about the problem, now let's dive into the solution. And it doesn't start with earning more money, believe it or not. It starts with a strategic sacrifice.
When I was just starting out, I made a very deliberate choice. My life looked nothing like my friends' lives. I drove a 10-year-old car that I paid for in cash. I literally lived in a simple dorm-style room. Why? Because I understood something really basic. Every single CD I spent on a liability, a fancy phone, a new car, a flashy flex, was a CD I couldn't invest in an asset that would actually grow my wealth.
And that's the real cost, It's not about the price tag today. It's about the massive future wealth you are giving up. That one CD, if you had invested it in the right skill, could have multiplied 80 times over. It's called opportunity cost, and it's either working for you or against you. Let me give you a concrete example. I once paid 7,500 CDs for just 8 hours of one-on-one tutoring on high-level digital ads. Now, that sounds like a crazy amount of money, right? But that single investment gave me a skill that has paid for itself hundreds, if not thousands of times over. It permanently boosted my value in the marketplace, and it keeps paying me month after month.
So this brings us to the core idea, the framework for getting unstuck and escaping this savings trap for good. I call it the skill bridge. It's literally how you build a path from where you are today to where you want to be financially.
Okay, imagine your career is a bridge. You're on one side, and all your financial goals are on the other. Now, you might have some solid bricks in place, like the hard work brick and the being on time brick. But if you're missing the marketing brick or the sales brick, you've got a huge gap in your bridge. You can't cross. You're stuck.
So listen, this is so important. This isn't about working harder. I'm willing to bet you're already working incredibly hard. It's about working smarter. It's about looking at your bridge, identifying those specific missing bricks, those skills you don't have, and then going out and collecting them. This is the mindset shift that will change absolutely everything for you. When you look at a course or coaching, stop asking how much does it cost. The real question, the one that matters, is how much money am I not making every single month because I don't have this skill? That's the real cost.
All right, so how do you actually start finding these bricks and building your bridge? It can feel overwhelming, I get it. So let's break it down into a super clear, actionable plan that you can literally start on the second this is over.
You start at Tier 1. This is free. Go on YouTube, learn the absolute basics of a skill, and just see if you even like it. If you do, you move to Tier 2. Invest a small amount, 200 to 500 CDs maybe, to join a community where you can ask questions and get feedback. Then, only when you're ready to really hit the accelerator, you go to Tier 3, high-ticket coaching. This is where you pay for speed. You pay an expert to help you skip years of painful trial and error.
Look, if you forget everything else, just remember this simple, powerful formula. Number 1, find ways to increase your income. Number 2, stop wasting that money on liabilities. And number 3, invest every spare CD you have into new skills. That's it. That is the whole game right there.
You know, the fact that you're still watching tells me you've got the hunger. You want to change your financial life, and that's the most important piece of the puzzle. But being hungry without a map just means you run around in circles. This framework, this is your map.
So what's your next step? Your job is simple. After this is done, just take 5 minutes. Identify your single most critical missing brick. Is it sales? Is it marketing? Maybe it's public speaking? Whatever it is, find it. And then take the first tiny step to get it. Your future wealth doesn't depend on how much you save. It depends on how fast you build your bridge.